Today we are working on Excel Lesson 3 using mixed, absolute, and relative cell references. So if necessary, click the Company Worksheet tab. So right here I'm on the Company Worksheet tab. First, create a new column of totals. Select cell G4. So G4 and type total. Make sure you capitalize it. Select cells C6 to G8. So you're selecting all of those. And in the Home tab, oh, hang on, I didn't go to G8. C6 to G8. In the editing group, we're going to click Auto Sum. And you can see that did the sum of those cells, each one of those. So mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Cell C11 and type equals. Then click the quarter 1 worksheet. Select cell F11 and press enter. F and press enter, and that puts that amount back in the company worksheet. So mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Repeat the previous step for other cells in this row. So in D11, quarter 2 worksheet, F11, press enter. Didn't get it. I forgot to type equals. Got to type equals. Quarter 2 worksheet, F11, press enter. E11, press equals, and then go to quarter 3 worksheet, F11, press enter. Go to F11, equals, quarter 4 worksheet, F11, press enter. Okay, mark that as answered. Go to the next step. Select cell C11 to G11. C to G. In the Home tab in the Editing group, click Auto Sum. Copy the contents of the range of cell C11 to G11 down to C12 to G19. So let's copy C12 to G19. So go all the way down to there and paste it. The relative addressing feature in Excel has saved you a lot of time in setting up these formulas. So I press the escape key to deselect that. So if you click on each one of these, it will show you that it's referencing cells in the other worksheet. So this is quarter 2. Everything in this is going to be a quarter 2 worksheet. This one's quarter 3 worksheet, quarter 4 worksheet, and then these are your totals. Excel is pretty smart. Select cell A21, and enter profit. Select cell C21 and enter equals C8 minus C19 . Didn't make any profit there. And copy cell C21 across to cells D21 to G21. So I'm going to click on the bottom right hand corner and go over and do it this way. Mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Select cell A22, quarterly margin. Select cell C22, equals C21 divided by, that slash line means it's divided by G8 and that's your profit margin. Copy cell C22 across to D22 to G22. So I'm going to click on that bottom right corner and drag that across. At first it appears as if you can copy the formula in other cells in row 22. However, the result is shown as following, and you can see that it's divided by 0. Clearly the answers provided are incorrect. Excel displays a hashtag divided by 0 division error message in the other cells. Now examine the formulas you had copied in column C. So if you look at the formula, this is C21 divided by G8. This one is D21 divided by H8, which there's nothing in that column. This one is I, this one is J, this one is K. So we know we've got a issue there. So we're going to fix that. Select cell D22. As you can see, Excel has adjusted the cell address using relative addressing for each cell where you copy the formula. This adjustment process, which was so useful when you were creating and copying other formulas, is now causing a problem dividing a value in D21 by the value in H8. The problem is that H8 is blank, which is interpreted as having a value of 0. If you divide any number by 0, you get a division by 0 error message. You can resolve this problem by returning to cell C22. So go back to C22 and editing the formula. The formula must use absolute cell referencing for the G8 cell reference. Thus, the formula in cell C22 should be C21 divided by $G $8, or C21 divided by $G8. So what that $sign means, it's an absolute reference. So select cell C22, press F2, that activates the editing mode. Press F4, the shortcut is F4, to put absolute value signs around the nearest cell reference in the formula, which is G8. So when you look up here in our formula bar, it put a $G $8. So remember, F4 is the shortcut for absolute reference. You could have also clicked up there in that cell and manually typed it, but it's easier just to do F4. Now press enter. Note that the amount of in the C22, that amount did not change. Alright, so mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Copy the formula from C22 to D22 through G22. So I'm going to click on that, drag that across. Voila! Your worksheet should now look like this, and you can see that these amounts down here are the same. So doing an absolute reference, fix that. Check that the formula is now entered in column C. C22 has C21 divided, it's got the $signs. D22 also references that cell G8. E22 references G8, as well as F and then G. They all reference G8 because that's what's called an absolute reference. It's anchored. So everything in that row references that cell. So let's submit that. That completes the lesson on absolute referencing. Remember, F4 is your shortcut, puts $signs in.